When I retired from the world of espionage, I thought I'd left that life behind for good. For nearly 2 decades, I had been an operative in the shadows, navigating dangerous missions, uncovering state secrets, and taking down rogue agents. But after years of deception and danger, I wanted something normal, something real. That's when I met Lily. Beautiful, intelligent, and with an energy that could light up a room, she was everything I thought I wanted in a partner. We married quickly, and for 5 years I lived the life I had always dreamed of. Peaceful, uneventful, and far removed from the chaos of my past. But as I'd soon learn, you can leave the spy world, but it doesn't always leave you. This is the story of how I discovered my wife's shocking betrayal, was pulled back into the world of espionage, and uncovered a conspiracy bigger than I ever imagined. It began subtly, as these things always do. Lily started acting differently, more distant, distracted, and secretive. She was on her phone constantly, but when I walked into the room, she'd quickly put it away. She began leaving the house late at night, claiming she was catching up with old friends. At first, I chalked it up to stress. She worked in international trade, a job that often took her to meetings with foreign clients. But some things didn't add up. One night, I noticed a text pop up on her phone from someone named David. The message read, "Can't wait to see you tonight. Same place?" My heart sank. I asked her about it, but she brushed it off, saying David was just a colleague. "You're being paranoid, Alex," she said, her tone irritated. "It's work-related." I wanted to believe her. After all, I had spent years lying for a living. I knew how easy it was to jump to conclusions. But something about her demeanor felt off. I couldn't let it go. Old habits die hard. That night, while Lily was asleep, I accessed her phone and went through her messages. What I found made my blood run cold. David wasn't just a colleague. He was a former operative I had worked with during my time in the agency. I hadn't heard from David since he went rogue 3 years ago after a mission gone wrong. He had disappeared without a trace, and the agency had labeled him a traitor. What was Lily doing with someone like him? The messages between them were incriminating. They weren't just meeting in secret, they were planning something. One message read, "Do you think he suspects anything? We need to keep him in the dark until the deal is done." Was I the he they were referring to? I felt a mix of anger, betrayal, and confusion. Was Lily having an affair, or was this something bigger? The next morning I confronted her. I didn't mention the messages. I wanted to see how she'd react without knowing I had evidence. "Lily," I said, trying to keep my voice calm, "how well do you know David?" Her face froze for a split second before she recovered. "I told you, he's a work colleague. Why are you bringing this up again?" I leaned forward, my eyes locking onto hers. "Are you sure that's all he is?" "Because I know more than you think." Her expression hardened. "You're being ridiculous, Alex. I don't have time for your jealousy." She stormed out of the house, slamming the door behind her. But instead of being angry, I felt a strange sense of relief. Her defensiveness confirmed my suspicions. Something was going on, and I needed to find out what. I hadn't contacted the agency in years, but this situation left me no choice. I called my former handler, Victoria, a no-nonsense woman who had been my lifeline during my time as an operative. "Alex," she said when she picked up, "I wondered when I'd hear from you again. What's going on?" I explained everything, the texts, David's involvement, and Lily's suspicious behavior. There was a long pause before she replied. "David's been on our radar for months," she said. "He's suspected of selling classified information to foreign governments. If your wife is involved with him, this isn't just a personal betrayal, it's treason." Her words hit me like a punch to the gut. I had been ready to confront Lily about infidelity, but now I realized the situation was far more dangerous. Victoria agreed to help me monitor Lily's movements. Using the agency's resources, we tracked her to a warehouse on the outskirts of the city. When I arrived, I saw her and David deep in conversation. I stayed hidden, listening through a surveillance device. What I heard left me stunned. "She has no idea who I really am," Lily said, her voice cold and calculating. She's been playing the perfect wife, but this whole marriage was just a cover. I needed access to Alex's old contacts, and now I have them. My heart felt like it had been ripped out of my chest. Lily wasn't just cheating on me, she was using me. Our entire marriage had been a lie, but the worst was yet to come. As I continued listening, I realized David wasn't the mastermind behind this operation. Lily was working for a shadowy organization that had infiltrated the agency. There was a mole inside, feeding them classified information. And the worst part, they were planning to frame me for it. "We'll pin everything on Alex," David said. "No one will believe him after this. He'll go down for treason and will walk away clean." I felt a surge of anger and determination. They thought they could outsmart me, but they had underestimated who I was. I contacted Victoria and told her everything. With her help, we set a trap. I arranged to meet Lily and David at the warehouse, pretending I wanted to talk things through. When I arrived, I played the role of the heartbroken husband. "Lily," I said, my voice trembling, "why are you doing this? I loved you." She smirked. "You were just a means to an end, Alex. Don't take it personally." Before she could say more, a team of agents stormed the warehouse, arresting both her and David. Victoria stepped forward, her gun trained on Lily. "It's over," she said. Lily and David were charged with espionage and treason. The mole within the agency was uncovered, and the organization they worked for was dismantled. As for me, I filed for divorce and cut all ties with Lily. It wasn't easy. She had been a huge part of my life, even if it was built on lies. But I knew I deserved better. I moved to a small town in Italy, where I opened a vineyard and started a new life. For the first time in years, I felt at peace. Looking back, I realized that betrayal, whether personal or professional, teaches you who you can trust. It forces you to reevaluate your life and find strength you didn't know you had. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this: you deserve honesty, loyalty, and respect in all your relationships. Never settle for less. If this story resonated with you, please like the video, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and subscribe for more real-life stories of betrayal, resilience, and redemption. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.